doing good. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about a recent blog post that I got out, I think last week, Thursday or Friday, and it's called Nothing is Wasted, and it's about my disability, 22Q, and about my childhood and my past teenage years and when I was sick. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that today. So I'm going to just get into the topic today, and I hope you guys like it. So, are seasons in our lives ever wasted? Is there a purpose for what happens in our lives, good or bad? I've wondered that a lot in my past. I felt like my childhood and teenage years were kind of taken from me because of being sick and being at doctor and hospital appointments most of my childhood and teenage years. I think it was mostly my teenage years, but it's around there. I always wondered what it would be like to be a different kid who didn't have these issues of being sick and being at doctor and hospital appointments most of their childhood and teenage years. When I was in bed or at a doctor or hospital appointment, I would always ask myself this question or these questions: is there a better life out there for me, or shouldn't teens like me be out there going to friends' houses or going to the beach or to the mall and be anywhere but here? I've wondered that a lot throughout, a lot in those stages of my life. And I felt like a lot of my time was taken from me too. I felt like that sickness was a trap for me from enjoying life to its fullest. So, I would like to share with you guys two verses that I feel kind of match this message. So the first one is Ecclesiastes 3:1, and that is, there is an appointed time for everything, and there is a time for every event under heaven. And the other one is, God has a reason for allowing things to happen. We may never understand His wisdom, but we simply have to trust His will, which is Psalm 37:5. So even though I did not understand my sickness at the time and why can it be other normal, every other normal kid, there's something that's something I'll never know, but now I know that God had a plan for all that I went through. Because of my disability and all the other things I went through as a kid, I didn't know then what I know now, is that I have a story to share with other people, and I can help other people with disabilities and the kind of the same struggles that I have, that other people might have, and also I can help them through my writing and my blog and YouTube channel, and possibly one day my book that I'm trying to write, and I hope to get out and get published one day. So, another thing is, I find it kind of interesting. I have a journal that I write in for every year, and on this one journal that I have that I wrote for the year when I was really sick and in bed and not understanding God's plan exactly for my life, on the front of that journal is this verse, which is Ecclesiastes 3:11, and that's, He has made everything beautiful in its time. So And because that verse is on the front of that journal, it just kind of makes me think like maybe that's a sign from God. Kind of like saying that everything was going to be okay and everything was going to turn out okay, and that I was just, yeah, like that I was going to get better someday. So, yeah, I also remember this one particular time when I was in bed one day. I was home sick, I think from school maybe, and it was snowing outside, and I was looking out the window, and I was just really wondering and thinking to myself, is there is there more to life than this? It was hard at the time, and I didn't understand why some things were happening in my life. But now I know why, and I know the answer to that question is, and that question is like, is there more to are times in our lives ever wasted? And the answer to that question is no. Nothing in our lives are ever wasted, and there is a reason why some things happen in our lives. If it's being sick all our childhood years and teenage years, and or like maybe not going to the same school, or getting a diagnosis that you don't understand why you have it, or maybe you're going through a loss of a close family member and you just don't know why. God has a reason for everything that happens in our lives. So I encourage you to keep on going, even if you don't know why something is happening in your life right now. And I encourage you to keep on remembering Ecclesiastes 3:11. He has made everything beautiful in its time.